Happy Tuesday, everyone. This is Lori coming to you live from Lori's Wellness Loft. And my goal to you my commitment to you is coming on live daily and sharing little coaching gems that you can start to take and apply right away to live a happier, healthier life now. So thank you for joining today. And I wanted to try like a lunchtime lunch and learn with Lori. I don't know if this is going to be easier for people or more challenging, but I'm kind of experimenting to see when my listeners are able to jump on. So hello everyone, and thanks for joining. What I would also like all of you to do is I really want some participation today. So I'm asking you to step outside of your comfort zone, and if I ask for some participation, help me out, because I would really like to help coach a little more live and let you experience what it's like to be coached here in the coaching room. So for those of you who are joining me for the first time, I'm a health and life coach, and this is my coaching room where I see clients all week long, and I wanted to be able to bring you some simple tools and tips that you can apply right away. So today, a lot of my people are really interested in getting well. I mean, this is a wellness center, right? They want to lose weight. They want to feel better. They want to have more energy. They want to be able to keep up with their kids. They want to be able to go from work, not directly to the couch, and have a little extra energy for themselves and their family and their spouse. All right. But the thing that keeps coming up over and over is this weight gain. And people ask the question like, why can't I lose weight? If I'm so smart, why can't I lose this weight? And the thing is, we all know that we're all intelligent people, and there is what I'm talking into right now, the cell phone, where you could just Google weight loss and you can get thousands and thousands of articles that you can read that would help you lose the weight. That's not what we're talking about today. Good afternoon, Patty. We are talking about the reasons why. I had a client today that was talking about, my skinny friend does this. Well, I like to do this. And then I was like, oh my God, that brought me back to a time where I did a seminar. It was called The 7 Secrets of Skinny People. And at that time, I didn't know. Hello, Patty, how are you? Would you please share if this video is helping you, or if you've been helped by my videos in the past, please hit that little share button down at the bottom left-hand corner, and I would be so grateful for you doing that for me. So anyway, getting back to the 7 secrets of skinny women. I'm going to try to keep this brief too, to get all of this information. I'm going to jam it in. I always like to gather information from real people when I'm teaching. So what did I do? I found skinny people and I went and talked to them. And this is before I knew skinny was a bad word. I have friends who are naturally thin, who don't like to be thin, that the word skinny is derogatory, which I didn't know. I always loved if people called me skinny because I'm not a naturally thin person. So if somebody says, oh, Laura, you look skinny today, I'd be like, thanks. Like I worked really hard at it. But anyway, I would walk up to people who were at a healthy weight and I would tap them on the shoulder in the store or wherever I was and say, excuse me, can I ask you a question? And they would turn around and they'd look at me and I would say, how do you stay so thin? The first thing that they would do is they would say, oh, I'm not thin. And then I would say, really? You don't think you're thin? Like in my brain, this is my brain talking. They don't think they're thin. And then normally whoever they were with would out them. It would be the child, the spouse, the whatever, their friend. And they would say, well, Mom, you only eat half of everything. You should see my refrigerator. There's half sandwiches, half cookies, half ice cream bars. Anything she eats, she only eats half. And the mother would go, really? You know, she's right. So number one, they're not aware of the fact that they have skinny strategies, okay? But then when I get in a little further, I said, really, what else do you do to stay so thin? Then all of a sudden it starts coming out. Well, I never leave the house without 2 bottles of water, and I never eat between meals, and I do not eat after 6 p.m. in the evening. And I'm like, okay. So now all of a sudden, all of these subconscious habits and activities that they don't even really notice that they're doing anymore is what is making them get the result of being at a healthy weight. Here is the opposite, okay? What keeps an overweight person overweight? They just think that I'm overweight because I'm lazy. And this is not me making fun of overweight people. I am like thinking for the overweight person because I don't have anyone to coach on the lives. But in the future, I'm going to start asking for a coaching person to come on and coach for free so I can do a demo. So if anybody's brave enough, I'm going to bring them on so I can actually have a coaching conversation so you can see how it looks, okay? So I have a coaching person in my room and they say, well, I'm just doomed to be overweight the rest of my life. And I go, really? Why would you say that? And they go, well, I'm just big boned. Lie. Well, I'm just lazy. Lie. Well, I just really like fattening foods. Kind of, maybe. And then what we start to notice is that all of their habits and their behaviors have gotten them to this weight, but they're not even aware of what they're doing that gets them to that weight. So this is what I tell people when they first start coaching. There's the whole discovery period where you need to become aware of what you have been thinking that has gotten you either the desired goal that you want or the goal you don't want. Because if you're getting what you want, thumbs up, keep going, keep doing what you're doing. If you're getting this goal down here that you don't want, we really have to go inside and look at the thoughts. And thoughts are sentences in your head or behaviors or things that you've been doing for so long that you don't, when they become a subconscious a repeating event in your head and you don't even realize that you're thinking it anymore. It's almost like this. When you think something for long enough, you don't even have to think it anymore. It just happens. It's just playing in the back of your mind. It's almost like, have you ever just gotten to work in the morning and you don't even remember the drive? You don't know how you got there, and you park your car and you're like, whoa, I just blacked out for a minute. Somehow I made it through all that traffic and got to where I was going because I was on autopilot. So the thing is, if you want a new result, like, stop me guys if I'm confusing you. If you want something new, you have to, number one, become aware of the defeating thoughts in your head that aren't getting you to the goal. Like thinking, I'm lazy, I'm big boned, I'm doomed to be overweight forever is not going to get you to your healthy weight, okay? Then what you have to do is replace that with serving thoughts and beliefs. Like, here's an example. Well, I can exercise. I can start off slow. I don't even have to eat like a rabbit to lose weight. I can just make my portions a little smaller and still enjoy the foods that I am currently eating. I don't have to suffer. And number three, if you're trying to lose weight, which is just huge, you have to become aware of when you are truly hungry. And write this down. There is a difference between physical hunger and emotional hunger. And those of us who eat emotionally understand the difference. There is the physical hunger of my stomach is growling and I'm feeling like super empty and I really am in need of some food. Then there's emotional hunger, or hunger that gets triggered when you're walking down the boardwalk and you smell pizza. When you're walking by the cafeteria and you see somebody with a big plate of fries. Okay, when the dessert cart starts rolling in and you've just eaten a full meal, but you see that double chocolate cake and you want it. It's not physical hunger at this point. It's emotional hunger. I want it because I think it's going to make me feel good. Or when you decide, you think that you're hungry when you're really avoiding an activity or a feeling that you don't want to feel. So you're eating food to push down these emotions that are unwanted. I once had a client that said to me, and I thought this was really funny, and it's not funny, but it's just interesting. Most people don't ever get hungry. Most people who overeat are constantly grazing, not even aware of the fact that they are grazing, and they never get to the point where they are empty. I remember I was sitting with a client one time, and we were talking about hunger, and he looked at me and he said, I have not been hungry in 10 years. I was like, really? He's like, really? I get up in the morning, I eat my breakfast before I'm hungry. Like I have my cup of coffee, I eat my breakfast. Noontime comes, it's my lunch break, I start eating lunch. I'm not hungry, I eat because I'm told to eat. And then when I get home at dinner, my wife has my plate sitting on the table and I sit down and I eat dinner. All 3 meals, I'm not hungry. And then I sit on the couch at the end of my evening and I eat mindlessly chips or cookies or ice cream just because it's a habit. So what we need to do is break that habit. So if this sounds like you, drop me a 1. Or if you can relate to anything that I've said today, please drop me a 1 in the comments below. If I totally lost you, drop me a 2 in the comments below. And I would also really love and appreciate if you can hit that little share button on the bottom left-hand corner of your phone. If this has been of value to you and you think that you would like to share this with others, please share this on your timeline so that we can help get this message out to more people. So if this is helpful and I've piqued your curiosity, thank you, Patty, for the 1. If this has piqued your curiosity and you would like to pursue more coaching, well, guess what I have for you? We have an evening coaching Zoom that's going to start on October 2nd. You will be coaching via the internet or your cell phone with myself and my husband, Mr. Christopher Flickinger, where we will be coaching you through how to now, it's one thing to give you the information, and the information is everywhere, okay? I just gave you a ton of really great information, but now it's applying the information and being accountable to someone who really makes it stick. So if you're ready to finally take the leap and dip your toe into that coaching pool, get in touch with us, and I would love to see you on these coaching calls. There will be 3 calls, and we are going to start them on October 2nd. Hope that this was helpful. Have a happy, healthy Tuesday, and I will talk to you soon.